I'm just about to reveal one of the coolest ways that you can make money using OpenAI and ChatGPT in 2023, so let's get started. I gotta tell you, I'm absolutely impressed with what ChatGPT is capable of. And I'm not just talking about the content writing feature. It can literally help you write and correct code. And to be honest, there are countless different ways that you can use this tool in order to make money, or just make your work easier. But in today's video, I'm about to cover my favorite method. So here's what I want you to do. For now, you want to connect to OpenAI.com and click on Try ChatGPT. This is where the magic happens. This will take you to the portal where you can start interacting with your artificial intelligence. And as you can see, this tool is optimized for dialogue, so you just want to talk to it as if you are talking to a real person. They're actually working hard in order to make it sound as natural as possible. It remembers what users said earlier in the conversation, it allows you to provide follow-up corrections, and is trained to decline inappropriate requests. So you're gonna have a lot of fun working with it. But let's not get sidetracked. Here's what I want you to do next. I want you guys to head over to YouTube and search for this specific channel. It's called Hook, and at the time I'm recording the video, it's got about 700,000 subscribers. The channel focuses on putting together short documentaries about all sorts of interesting topics. But there's something even more captivating than that about the channel. First off, if we head over to the About section, we can see that it's generating 96 million views so far. Now that's an impressive amount. And some of their most popular uploads literally have millions of views. For instance, let's take a look at this video. I'm not gonna play for too long for obvious reasons, but I want you to kind of understand what the video is all about and how they managed to create it.
The expansion led to diversifying his clientele, which included more royals and explorers.
As you can see, even if I browse through the whole video, no one shows their face on camera. The channel owner gets to stay completely anonymous while putting together all of these masterpieces. In other words, when it comes to creating one such video, there are just a few different elements that you need to cover. You need to have a script, you need to have relevant footage and put that together using video editing, and you also need to have a voiceover. And finally, you will need to have a pretty good thumbnail too. It doesn't matter how good your video is if nobody clicks on it. That's why you need to have good thumbnails too. But all in all, this is a great example of a faceless YouTube channel, or as they are called, a YouTube automation channel. What that means is that the owner of this channel gets to receive ad revenue from YouTube, is paid month after month by YouTube without having to record any videos himself, without having to show himself on camera, by outsourcing all of the work to a bunch of freelancers. It's actually quite a popular business model, and apart from mrmoney, where I have to show myself in front of the camera and record these videos for you, we actually own a bunch of other channels that follow the same exact business model. And so instead of doing the work myself, what I'm doing is outsourcing it to freelancers that I find on Upwork or Fiverr.com. You can find a video editor here, a talented voiceover, a graphic designer for thumbnails, and you can even find a script writer. But we're not gonna need that because we've got a professional scriptwriter that we can use for free. And I'm pretty sure you're already starting to understand where this video is going. We're gonna take full advantage of OpenAI.com, more precisely ChatGPT, in order to generate our scripts. Not only is it gonna do an amazing job and put together some really captivating scripts, but it's also gonna do that in a matter of seconds, as opposed to a real person who's gonna take a few days to return that script to us. What does that mean? Well, we are saving time, and so we can post a lot more content on our channel. Let's just give it a try. What I'm gonna try to do now is replicate this video right here, which is the top performer on the channel. So let me just type in the command and let's see what it can do. You wanna be as clear as possible with your instructions. Remember, it's a pretty good AI, but this is not a real person. So you wanna be very concise. I've just typed that in and I've just hit enter. And at this point, ChatGPT is going to search all over the internet looking for relevant information, and then it's gonna put that information together not in the form of a bullet list, but it is going to convey the message in a very natural language. And it's actually pretty good at creating some mystery as well. But what many people don't know is that the man behind this iconic brand had a humble and difficult start in life. ChatGPT goes ahead and describes the early stages of his life and goes on to narrate the entire life story of the founder of Louis Vuitton. But now let's just say that this is not enough information. As I'm sure you know, videos on YouTube need to be longer than 8 minutes, preferably, in order to display ads on them. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. But basically, you need to have a longer script to make sure that you cover that duration. Well, we can ask ChatGPT for that. You can type in something like, please give me more details. And sure enough, it is going to do it. without complaining about it, is gonna take action instantaneously. And as opposed to a freelancer who's gonna take a few days to return the script, ChatGPT is gonna get to work ASAP. Now, to be entirely truthful and 100% transparent, ChatGPT is not the only AI-powered tool that is good with content writing. I mean, you can also connect to Jasper.ai, which has been around for quite some time now, and get pretty good content in a very short time. But this one is not free. It can cost you all the way up to $80 to get a good result with it. That's a monthly subscription you have to pay. But ChatGPT is the free option. But now guys, there are a few more things we need to do in order to put together that YouTube video. First off, we need someone to narrate that script. And you've got a few different options here. The easiest one is just doing it yourself. It's not gonna take too long, and let's face it, you're just reading some text into a microphone. It's not the most demanding task, and even if you don't have the best accent, even if you're not a native English speaker, chances are you're gonna do a pretty good job. Alternatively, you can head over to Upwork, Fiverr, or any other freelancing website and hire someone to do the job for you. You gotta keep in mind that this is a significant investment over time. Some people will only charge about $15 for the voiceover per video, while other more seasoned professionals might charge $100 or even more than that, depending on their skill. The third option would be using a text-to-speech software such as video.co. But this is a very gray area when it comes to monetization on YouTube. If you're using an automated voice, there's a pretty high chance that your YouTube channel will not get monetized in the first place, or it does get monetized, but then it loses monetization eventually. So I would recommend that you stay away from that and spend a little bit of your extra time recording the voiceover yourself. Otherwise, you can partner up with a freelancer, hire them, pay them for their services, and they will do an amazing job. Now, just as mentioned before, there are certain YouTube monetization requirements that you have to keep in mind. That includes the fact that your channel needs to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. It might take a while to get there, but it's certainly not impossible. If you're posting high quality content and you're following the strategy I'm laying out for you, you will eventually get there. But apart from that, you also need to comply with the so-called community guidelines. And this is where a lot of people fail. We're talking about not copying other people's content. You're not allowed to do that. You cannot just repost videos from someone else. And also, automated voiceovers are generally not appreciated by YouTube. Let's just put it that way. They're not encouraging it. But once you've got your script together and then your voiceover as well, the next thing you want to do is find a video editor. And this is extremely important, especially in that niche. If you want to put together short documentaries, editing the videos is going to be quite a demanding task because you need to find a lot of relevant footage, you need to make sure that you have the license to use that footage, you may want to integrate some custom animations. So all in all, it's a relatively demanding job. That's why you really want to take the time to find the perfect fit when it comes to your video editor. And ultimately, when it comes to the thumbnails, once again, you can either take your time and do it yourself, study a few competitors and try to imitate their style, or you can just hire a freelancer on Fiverr. And this is not gonna cost you a lot. If you really wanna invest a lot of money into it, you can find a graphic designer that's gonna charge $200 per thumbnail. But at the same time, if you do the research properly, you can find freelancers that do it for $10. All in all, in my opinion at least, this business model is insanely attractive. You're outsourcing all of the hard work to freelancers that do it for you. They put together these high quality videos that you get to post on your YouTube channel. You then display ads on those videos and YouTube pays you by ad revenue. That's pretty much how it works. And there are so many different niches you can go for. This was just a very generic example. You don't necessarily have to put together short documentaries. You can focus on movie recaps, celebrity drama. You can even find a field of activity that you're passionate about and build a channel around that, such as golfing, for instance. But most significantly, instead of spending countless hours doing the research yourself, coming up with the script, you can get that done within minutes with the help of ChatGPT. And so artificial intelligence has just made your job easier. That's it for now, and thanks for watching.